The newspaper has been a morning ritual for modern man for nearly 500 years. We have watched our grandparents and parents read the paper, discuss the news, and debate it over breakfast and dinner. But the newspaper, as a carrier of breaking news, has outlived its shelf life. Today, we get our news from digital feeds, apps, TV, social networks. We discuss and debate on digital media. Heck, we know most of the news that will be printed in the newspaper by the time we go to bed. Yet, we continue to scan the papers, by habit, trying to dig stories that we may have missed. But we are pressed for time, and there is too much to read. We are overwhelmed and we miss key news stories, even though we have multiple news apps and other sources. Why? Because the flow of stories in these apps is linear. We barely get the time to catch up on the news at that moment. The past events don't get any attention. But we do want to catch up on the news we have missed too. We want to be seen as knowledgeable, aware, informed, and above all, participate in discussions around stories. What if a news app brought us a summary for the day every day, in a crisp, short format that we can scan through quickly, and organize everything so that we can dig deeper if we want to? What if the news app was smart enough to summarize long stories automatically? Now, stop saying what if! InNews is here, the smartest news app in India. It scans thousands of news sources, tracks the top stories based on how many papers and media sources have covered it, and how quickly the stories are published. It summarizes stories using artificial intelligence and semantic analysis, and above all, it brings you a crisp, short summary each evening at 9 p.m. One short notification in the evening that helps you catch up with all the day's news. So go ahead and try the most advanced news tech in India, and enjoy the possibilities it creates for the future. Available on both iOS and Android. InNews keeps you ahead. InNews, your bite-sized newspaper.